On this episode of Going for Pro, we're going to be working on the Miata again. But this time, we're fixing stuff that I messed up. So let's get to it. So the first thing that we're going to be doing is taking down this top so we can see inside the car, because I messed up something that I really enjoyed. So that's something that I really enjoyed was this radio. It only turns on once it's warm outside, and then it decides not to work when it's cold. And it's getting cold to where I live, and it's time to, in quotes, yeet this out of here so I can actually install a radio that works. What I'm going to be doing is installing this old radio that was originally in the car back into the car. The first reason why I took this radio out, you can tell it's sun faded. Now this is again from one of my other Miatas that I had at one point in time that I took out and I replaced it with a better radio. Or actually I put in this car and took out my old, but anyways, I'm going to put this one back in. It's functional, it still works from my understanding. Last time I tried it. So we're going to put this radio back in it and rip this radio out. So let's get to it. So I just got the radio in. Again, I'm not going to have this one for that long, but while I'm driving I want to have music. So let me show you how it sounds. I do have a subwoofer in the back, and let me show you that it works, and it actually sounds pretty good. So there it is turning on. Again, this is probably super old and whatnot. Going to connect my phone up to it, and should be connecting any moment now. There it is, connect to my old phone. Let's see how it sounds. So turn it off, but since we have the center console pulled out, I have another shift boot. So we're going to end up taking this over to my little makeshift counter and start working on this thing, so I can get this nasty shift boot out of it. I mean, it's just old, crinkly, it cracked. So let's get this out and fix it. So luckily with these Miatas, well, they're just easy to switch stuff up. Mine broke, so I have super glue to fix it, and then a screw came undone, which I don't know how. So we're gonna do this. It's simple. Bam. So shift boot, very simple. You just maybe not. Oh, there it is. Just has a couple clips on the back, or goodness, oh, because it shrank. That's why it's like that. But anyways, a couple clips, wrapped around, and yeah, it's very simple. So getting this stuff off, it's not that hard, and you just have to remember, it goes back in like that, flat. So I'm gonna finish working on this. When you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when you let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when I let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when I let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when I let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when I let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? 'Cause when I let me, baby, don't you see I'm shining? Since you saw I messed up on putting my shift boot in, it just broke because, well, it didn't dry as fast as I thought it did, or it wasn't dry all the way. So now we're going to work on this, let me turn that off, the shifter, short throw shifter. Going to end up putting this in the car, so going to jump over to that, put it in. There's plenty of videos installing a short throw shifter. You're welcome to go look at them. Just put in install short throw shifter and in Google, and it'll appear. So I'm gonna go jump to working on this, and then I'll get back with y'all. So I ended up getting the short throw shifter in there. It's pretty notchy and perfect. I'll show you guys real quick. But it's, you know, I didn't even have a bearing on my other one, like the bottom bushing. Let me show you. So shifters are supposed to have this bushing in there. It makes it actually feel notchier and not so wiggly. Well, this one was wiggly. It didn't even have it. It broke apart in there. I got most of the stuff out, but so that's a good thing. I'm gonna finish putting this, well, my shifter boot in there. Ooh, I'm glad I threw it right there. Just threw this bolt on accident, or nut. So I'm gonna finish putting this in there so it can actually look pretty and nice. So it looks pretty good. I mean, for what it is, I'm pretty happy with it. So it looks good. I need to tuck that wiring. Oh my goodness. I did not see this wiring. So I'm just gonna kind of tuck it up. So I'm gonna deal with that, tuck it up in there, but because I have wires showing, especially right there. See, 100% better after I fix this one too. But gonna finish tucking those wires and then probably start working on the fenders. Instead of working on the fenders, we are going to work on the spark plugs. I need to put some new spark plugs in there, and let me pull these out and show you why. So I ended up doing the spark plugs. As you can tell, there's oil buildup around there, but I'm not really worried about it because something's coming soon for that thing, and we're going to be changing this out. So I'm not really worried about it. Got new spark plugs, fired right up. I had a quick misfire just because there was an oil buildup, but after that, after a couple startups, it was fine. So that's the good news. I need to tighten up a couple of these things down here, but it's running good. That's all that matters. I need to do that little tune-up on it, as in spark plugs, just because, well, as you saw, the spark plugs were running a little bit hot, and then on top of that, they just, well, they just need to be changed. Ran them a long time, and plus this car burns oil. As you can tell from right back there, it burns a little bit of oil. There's a lot of charcoal in it, which when you get onto it, it puffs out a bunch of charcoal, which that's going to change because getting a new engine eventually. But next thing, we're going to start working on this fender right here and try to match it up and slide it forward so it can actually look nice. Next, we're going to be working on the hoses right down there. I have a hose this hose clamp really ain't working. I'm just spinning it freely. Let me get you guys in the shot. There we go. So it's just spinning freely. So I'm going to remove this clamp and actually put a good hose clamp on there. Again, I'm not worried about this engine that much, but I plan on driving this quite a bit, and I've been noticing 2 leaks. Right there, right down there, where my finger's pointing, and wow, it's really dark. But and right here. So right there's a little bit of leaks. These NAs are known for those to collapse. So what I'm gonna end up doing is just putting double hose clamps like I kind of did back here on the back side of this thing, just so I don't get a bunch of fluid leaking. And those are my 2 leaks, and then I have a small leak from this gasket, which most of them do. Let me get you guys in the shot again. Oh my goodness. But they leak from right there. So gonna end up not worrying about this one because it's not leaking from that much. It's just I'd rather do RTV next time, and that's what I'm probably gonna do because, as you can tell, these just bust right there. But let me get these 2 hose clamps put on, and also fix this one. Didn't realize it wasn't even on correctly. So let me fix those and then get back to y'all. So as you can tell, I put a clamp on that right there where, here, let me actually give you better light in that one area right there where the light's shining. So I got a clamp right there, and then a clamp, well, it's just too bright, A clamp right back there. It's double, I guess you could say double, not gasketed, but that's at least doubled. And then forgot again to do this one, so I'm gonna go do that one right now. And then I'm gonna push this fender forward, which I'm just gonna kind of push it all forward and then make a bigger holes in them so it can actually fit properly and it doesn't look all janky. So let's get to that. So I got the front end fixed and it didn't come out the way I really wanted it to, because yeah, the front looks good, but then you look right here and you have a mild gap that I can fit my hands in. I don't know if my frame's twisted or if it's just what is it, JP fiberglass, I think it is, or these from, but I got it somewhat looking better. There's a huge gap right there which annoys the living snot, we'll say, out of me, but it's better than, you know, the front end being messed up. Just ugh. But oh well, live and learn. You know, first Miata build, I guess this is what you live with. Oh my goodness, I'm so frustrated I can't even talk. But on another note, I'm gonna end up cleaning this right here and putting the side skirts on my Miata, or back on, which I've been wanting to do, but now I'm actually doing it. So I'm gonna clean these up, slap them on, just to make them look better. Obviously they need to be cleaned. I mean, they're pretty dirty as you can tell. So we're gonna slap those on and fix the look. So I finally got both side skirts on and they look beautiful. They just add a effect to the car that you really, I don't know, makes it look higher actually, but I don't know. It's also been jacked up a little bit, but I mean, in all reality, my foot barely fits in there. There's maybe like half an inch. So it's probably about 4 inches from the ground, and that's from it being jacked up. So it's probably going to resettle a little bit. But I'm happy with the way it looks, and that's all that matters. Again, if you're going to build a car, build it your way, the way you want it, not on how someone else wants it. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this video, but it does on the DIY or the hack, I guess you could say, on the whiteout. I don't know if you can see it, but there's cracks here, and it does have like an orange look to it after a while, but that's after about a month. So if you just need something quick and simple, it looks good for a little bit. Well, that's going to be it for this video, y'all. I appreciate you guys watching. We got everything that I needed to get done on the car, or just needed to, you know, tweak it, make it look a little bit better. There's always room for improvement, but hey, at least got a little bit done, making it work and look a little bit nicer. So again, thanks for watching, and remember, never give up.